Number 4, romantic husband, alias mommy's husband. Sometimes these husbands, they are so romantic. They go with their wife everywhere. They sit with their wife everywhere. Everywhere she goes, he follows. Even they are so touchy. He likes touching the wife. He likes just being by the wife. He can spend the whole day home and never getting tired. When the wife goes to the kitchen, he follows. When the wife's in the room, he follows. In the parlor, they sit on the same place, on the same chair. He just likes to belong. He just likes to be by the wife. So if you're married to this type and you're not romantic, oh, sorry for you, because you will not give him what he wants. This type of husband sometimes is very naughty and so adiabatic. He suffers from indecision. He listens to his parents to make decisions in his home. He listens to his friends to make decisions in his home. He doesn't have that willpower to decide. And often at times, what he does is not out of his will. He just do things because he want to do them. Sometimes, the way they behave, people tend to say that they got married and their wives are controlling them. Because they are suffering from indecision. They do everything they want. They're always by their wife. And so, to the extreme that people will think that they have become wives and their wives have become husbands. The 5th point, business husband. Business husband doesn't have time for the family in terms of upbringing. All he does is money. Business calls. At work, he is on call. At home, he is on call. The wife needs attention, but the attention is absent. The kids need attention, the attention is absent. But if you need anything in terms of money, he gives. And so, those who get married to this type, they tend to be lonely. Sometimes I call them married but single, because their wives goes through a lot. These men only think that it's all about financial need. They think that I will give them whatever they want and go everywhere I want. Because today they are out for meeting. Tomorrow they are out for meeting. Today they are there for conference. There they are there for whatever. Always on meetings, always on calls. Even when he comes back home, he's sorting out the accounts. Always having something to do with work. And the wife's attention is absent. He doesn't have time for the wife. Most of their wives tend to go out because the affection they want is not there. The 6th point, irresponsible husband. This irresponsible husband is actually someone who is not pushful. He is not pushful at all. He is irresponsible, in fact. He eats what he wants. He works for his stomach. When he gets, he consumes. He cares less about the family. Sometimes I feel like he is married but living a single life. He prefers to give $10 as allowance, then spend $100 for a square meal. These guys do not care. Sometimes they spend their night out. Sometimes they don't come home. Sometimes they are not responsible. He tells the wife, you have no right to ask me where I'm coming from. You have no right to tell me when to come back home. I got married to you. You should listen to me. And they do as they want. They go wherever they want. They come in wherever they want, whenever they want. And they sit wherever they want. They are not accountable to their wife. They are not responsible for all their actions. They give birth to children. Yet, they seek first for their stomach. They seek first for their happiness. So, you have listened to this. As a husband, where do you belong? As a husband to be, where will you belong? As a single and waiting lady, who will you get married to?